So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Daniel Usilia, and my partner is James Rama. Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud in 1856 to 1939, a Australian doctor, father of psychoanalysis, one of the first psychologists to study human motivation, psychiatry versus psychology. Up until 20th century, frontal lobotomies were performed on patients. He articulated and refined the concept of the unconscious, infantile sexuality, and repression, and he proposed a tripartite account of the mind structure, all as part of a radically new conceptual and therapeutic frame of reference for the understanding of human psychological development and the treatment of abnormal mental conditions. Freud believed that illness is a result of nurture, not nature. He asked the question, what makes people do things? Answer, motivation. Needs motivate human behavior. Food, shelter, clothing. In this pyramid, it has a it has self-actualization, morality, creativity, spontaneity, problem solving, lack of prejudice, acceptance of facts. Next is esteem, self-esteem, confidence, achievement, respect of others, respect by others. Third is love, belonging, friendship, family, sexual intimacy. Fourth is safety, security of body, of employment, of resources, of morality, of the family, of health, of property. Physiological, breathing, food, water, sex, sleep, homeostasis, expression. Being deprived of a need arouses a feeling called a drive or desire. Animals respond instinctively. Humans learn various ways to respond. Human motivation explains the reason why people behave the way they do. People have drives or desires in the back of their minds. Example, will to live, will to die. Some of these desires cause people to behave irrationally. People are born with a certain number of instincts or drives. The human mind has three aspects which influence behavior. The first is the ID, instincts, ego, reality, superego, morality. ID, a primitive parts of our personality including aggression and sexual drives. I doesn't care about reality, about the needs of anyone else, only its own satisfaction. Next is ego. Conscious part of the mind decides what action to take for positive means and what to do based on what is believed is the right thing to do. Ego is based on the reality principle. Ego understands that other people have needs and desires and that sometimes being impulsive or selfish can hurt us in the long run. It's the ego job to meet the needs of the ID, while taking into consideration the reality of the situation. Third one is the superego, unconscious part of the mind that acts as our conscience. remind us of what we should do. Superego is the moral part of us and develops due to the moral and ethical restraints placed on us by our caregivers. Many equate the superego with the conscience as it dictates our belief of right and wrong. Sigmund Freud, the founder of psychoanalysis, compared the human mind to an iceberg. Here is the iceberg. The tip above is the conscious mind, and the vast region below here is the surface symbolized the unconscious mind. Freud three basic personality structure is the ID, ego, and superego. Only the ID is the totally unconscious. He mind is like an iceberg. It flows with an seventh of its bulk above water. Conscious level. Only level of mental life that are directly available to us. The awareness of our own mental process. Here is the thoughts and perceptions. Next is the preconscious level. Facts stored in a part of the brain which are not conscious but are available for possible use in the future. Here is the memories of sorry. Here is the memories stored knowledge. Last one is the unconscious level. Contains all the feeling, urge or instinct that are beyond our awareness, but it affect our expression, feeling, action. Here's sorry again. Fears, violent motives, immoral urges, selfish needs, irrational wishes, unacceptable sexual desires, shameful experiences. If you don't resolve this conflict between the ID and the ego, you may experience unhappiness or mental distress. Thus, in order to understand motivation, you must understand what is in your unconscious memory. This is the basis for psychoanalysis. Psychoanalysis has as its core the idea that each of us has an unconscious part whose existence, activity, and thoughts are hidden behind a mental barrier that we cannot voluntarily remove. Behind this barrier are, uh, are repressed and psychologically dangerous thoughts that give rise to unconscious conflicts, which in turn can result in psychological and physical symptoms. Here is the inkblot pictures. Word association. It is a way of tricking you to lull your conscious mind to sleep to bring out the unconscious. Um, it must say whatever that comes to mind, regardless of how painful, silly, or irrelevant it may seem. It must try to flow any feelings and thought freely. Also, this is the basic tool used to open the door to unconscious wishes, conflicts, and motivation. Unconscious material will enter the conscious and the therapist will interpret it. Hypnosis or hypnosis. Freud was one of the first to use this. This is a way of freeing the unconscious mind or opening up drawers to remember vivid details of the past. He considered that if one could produce symptoms by giving suggestion to the unconscious, then it is also possible that the unconscious might produce illness on its own. From this, he theorized that a patient might be freed from symptoms by gaining access to the unconscious. Dreams. Freud believed dreams were your unconscious mind talking to you. Dreams were very symbolic and difficult to analyze. Freud also believed that everything we are aware of is stored in our conscious. Our conscious makes up a very small part of who we are. Example is the following example is the driving a car. Driver means you feel in a control of your life. Passenger is someone else is in control of your life. Horses is a symbolize of freedom. Meditation. Some Buddhist monks meditate for 15 hours a day. Also, help us. Um, it also help us to feel to relax our mind and our body. Also, filled with psychological ideas derived from Freudian theory and struggling with psychological issues that are often incompletely resolved or not even addressed. That's all. Thank you.